Alright everyone, Marco Palmero, founder of Ulysses in Dubai. In this video, I'm going to be talking with you about why is it that small business owners want to sell profitable companies. The answer to me is quite obvious because I've been at it for a long time. I looked at many assets, I talked with a lot of people, and so I can understand motivations behind a sale. But sometimes when we work with individuals and private investors who are looking to buy their first company, we get asked, why is it that this person wants to sell a business if it's making money? And I kind of chuckle because I really believe that there's a lack of understanding around why a company goes up for sale. And so I want to break the whole thing down in a video, at least to share my personal experience and some of the motivations that I've seen that are the most common ones for wanting to sell a profitable business, a profitable small business. So before we actually dive into that, and I put down a list because I don't want to forget any of those, let me discuss with you why is it that companies go up for sale? Well, a variety of reasons, of course. And many people have the false perception that companies go up for sale only when they're struggling. And this is so wrong in so many ways, but people still believe that way. And, you know, funny enough, some business owners also put companies for sale when they're struggling and not when they're making money. And I think the false perception a lot of people have is, as long as an asset is generating money for me, I'll keep it. The moment it starts struggling, I'm going to try to sell it and put that problem onto somebody else. Well, if you think that way, chances are you're never going to get a acquisition done because it's completely wrong. It's completely backwards, and it's the wrong way to look at business, whether it be small or big. And the reason for that is actually quite simple. You create a business or an enterprise so that you can maximize the value of that enterprise and ultimately exit, right? The goal is not to die in the fucking business. The goal is to exit this operation because you put a lot of effort, a lot of time, and you took a lot of risk. And so you want all these things to be rewarded at some point with an exit. So with that being understood, we now know that selling a business is an important thing. And many times people don't get that. They think that it's just going to be something they can pass on to their children. I mean, I'm not going to go into that. But the point is, if we understand that the goal of a business is to sell one day, then the whole concept of selling becomes, how can I maximize the price once the business gets sold? And you maximize it by creating a profitable enterprise that is generating cash that buyers will be willing to buy. And that already kills the mental framework that a lot of people live in, which says, if it's profitable, I'll keep it. If it is losing money, I'll sell it. That's totally wrong. And even if you are a buyer, thinking about things that way is totally wrong from my perspective. Again, if you want to think that way, go ahead. I'm not going to judge you for that, but probably we cannot work together, you know, if you want to buy a business. With all that being said, a business is something that you build to generate cash and then sell. Now, a lot of companies go up for sale for a variety of reasons. So not all of them are going to be profitable. Some of them will be. Now, if we are buyers, like we are at Ulysses, we want to focus on profitable enterprises. And as we go to the list, which I have here, we're going to be talking about the key motivations and the reasons why profitable assets go up for sale. Now, there are many reasons, right? What I've seen based on my personal experience is that many times these reasons are tied with something that is outside of the business. So it's either a personal matter, a family issue, or some other thing. But without hesitation, let me dive deeper into this and talk with you about 9 reasons why small business owners want to sell a profitable business. We start out with the most obvious one, which is retirement. A lot of people spend their entire life building a business, and they arrive at a point where they wish to retire, but they have no alternative. So they can either sell it or die in the business, as I said before. So that is kind of like a forced situation. And even if the business is making money, they want to sell it to enjoy their retirement. So retirement becomes one of the key reasons why a profitable organization can get sold. And something you can leverage is a buyer, because if a owner is toward retirement age, it might be a good target for acquisition. With all that being said, number 2 is burnout. Some people just get burned out by the business and they want an out. They don't want to focus on that. They want to focus on their health. They're tired of it. They just want to be out. And they don't care if the business is making money. They just want an out because they're stressed. And that is another strong reason for them to exit. The third goes toe-to-toe with burnout is health issues. There might be other issues other than burnout that make people want to go out. Maybe they need to focus on their personal health or the health of their family. They need to take care of them. They need to take care of themselves. And health comes first for them. They don't want to have this commitment when they cannot take care of their own health. And so they don't care if the company is making money. They'd rather sell it, liquidate it, and then focus on fixing their situation. After that, family reason. This is very, very common. Some troubles, problems, issues with children, relatives, you name it. There is something that happens in the family. These companies want to get sold to solve these particular issues, and they don't care if they're profitable or not. So many times you will see companies that are profitable that want to sell because of family reasons. Then number 5, it's similar to the first one, which is lack of continuity in the business. Now, the first one was retirement, and this is a bit different because other than retirement, it might be that a guy who's relatively young is seeing that the new generation, his children, doesn't want to take care of the business. And so he's planning ahead saying, okay, this guy is not going to take over. What am I going to do with this business? I'm going to head to a retirement, or I'm going to spend 50 more years working here and that person is not going to take over. Maybe I want to sell it and focus on something else. And so the continuity issue becomes really relevant, especially in family businesses, and one of the reasons why profitable enterprises might go up for sale. Number 6, relocation. This is very popular in UAE, where we do business, but in other countries too. People might just want to relocate somewhere else. They cannot take care of the business. They cannot be where the business is. As a consequence, they want an out. Generally speaking, relocation might be tied to some of the issues that I mentioned before. So they want to relocate because they have health issues, or because they have family issues, or because they want to retire. And so that particular problem for them becomes a relevant thing, which they want to solve by getting rid of the business, even if it's profitable. Number 7, other business opportunities. This is more like a rational thing. So they capitalize on this opportunity. Now they want to exit and pursue something else. That is fair. I respect that a lot, actually. Number 8, problems with a business partner. Not all businesses are 100% owned by the same individual. So you might have business that is in partnership. Partners are struggling, they're fighting, and one of them wants an out. And maybe you have the chance to buy the whole company. Who knows? But the point is, issues between partners are one of the reasons why sometimes profitable companies will go up for sale, at least in the small business world. Number 9, they want an exit, which is what I mentioned in the very beginning. You know, everything comes together now. The savvy small business owners understood that the business was an investment that they want to make to generate a return, and now they're ready to capitalize on that. Kudos to them. That's beautiful, and that's one of the reasons why most people should be in business. But as we will see in other videos, many people don't understand that concept. So my perspective is that over time, when I talk with a lot of people, I've seen a lot of these being the reasons why profitable companies were listed. Based on my personal experience, the ones that are more relevant are generally the family and health issues or retirement things, so the personal reasons, rather than the later ones, which I mentioned, because people value family or health a lot more than their own business. And so in many cases, if something very bad comes along or happens to them, then they don't really care about the business so much. And I'm not the person who's going to blame them for that. But yeah, these are 9 things which I've seen, 9 reasons more than things that people have when they want to sell a business that is profitable. Of course, that is huge for us as buyers because it gives us the opportunity to look at very profitable assets and good opportunities. And that leads me to the concept of having a lot of deal flow, because many times small businesses that are very good won't mention the real reason why they're selling upfront, because it's a personal thing. And building the relationship, building the deal flow pipeline really enables buyers to get access to these opportunities that might have these strong motivations in place, but they might not disclose it upfront. And so after you cultivated that deal flow, you can find out motivations and then knock down the profitable opportunities that might not be available to everyone. And again, we are very strong from a deal flow perspective in UAE and Middle East. We built our own system to generate deal flow on a consistent basis, and now we do that for other companies too. So if you want to focus on acquisitions and deals without taking care of the entire deal flow process, we do that for you. You just engage us in, then we take care of everything and we deliver the opportunities directly to you, and then you go on with a negotiation. And so that is very good because we build the relationships for you, find the germs, so these strong motivations, and then deliver the assets that are generating cash and that are very motivated in selling. If you're interested in that, check the link below. There's the direct link to one of our pages to talk with one of our experts. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video.